Hey there, Silver Tongue Devil here, and today we are going to be starting my first Purist run with the crossbow. So, let's get straight into it. Before we go there, we're just going to quickly sort out which amulet we should take. As far as amulets is concerned, there's only really two choices for me, because I don't intend to be getting to a cycle of Anakin where I would need that. So the choices are an extra point of health or an extra point of armor. Nothing else will help us. An extra point of health is an extra point of health. An extra point of armor, if we were to get to a higher enough cycle where we would be taking multiple pegs of damage and still had our holy armor, would give us some value if we took a hit at that point. So I think that's the one to go for. So, without further ado, let's get into Purist. Got to remember I ain't got that slow-mo button. It's all going to go wrong. Right, sorry, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention whilst I was doing my intro. What were you all saying? I don't think there was anything that was addressed to me. No, I'm not using Blessed Quiver. Thanks and all, but no. Maybe I should have put Spiritual Assist on. That would have been a good one, wouldn't it? I hope I don't have to, as I say in my videos, I hope I don't have to explain why that would be a bad thing on the crossbow. Okay, so slow and steady is going to be the theme of the day. I haven't decided what I'm going to do as far as scoring is concerned. And as I said, we've got a little bit of a competition going on with Cam, as we're both going to start these streams. His one's going to start on Monday or Tuesday or something along those lines. And yeah, we'll see who can get the furthest. And I'm sure there'll be some sort of gentleman's bet on it of maybe 5 or perhaps 10 pence. So I'm also trying a different audio setup and a different video setup. So I know, I get it. I can't start again. I wouldn't anyway, even if it goes terribly. So, couple of things that you can give me some feedback on whilst we're playing before I get into it. We are looking, I've left it on right eye dominant for the video. Now that'll be great for the bow. It might not be great for the crossbow, or it might be good, I don't know. But it just basically means that the perspective will be shifted slightly. I think it'll be good for the bow gameplay, but I use the crossbow on the left, so I don't know, maybe I'll shoot like this. The other thing that I've done as well is I have got some fancy silicone earmuffs to try and stop the game audio bleeding into my microphone. So hopefully it's not picking up anymore. It does give me some very bassy deep tones of this game though. But you shouldn't be able to hear much other than the clickety clack of my buttons as far as the audio side of things is concerned. So, sounds bloody weird. Really does. Let's have it a bit louder. Right. So yeah, slow and steady, but with crossbow, well, we want it long range because we will do less damage over distance. We definitely need to be hitting those headshots because score. I took armor, so we have an extra peg of armor to work with. That was terrible. Damn it. We have an extra peg of armor to work with for when we get to cycle 5. And it'll be great for that double damage. Promise you. So, one of the things I'm trying to do here, failed there mind, is I'm trying to angle the enemies so that I'm not sending shots, if I do miss, which I inevitably will, whizzing off into areas that's going to make things difficult for me. And yeah, one of the things that we will be looking at is what Camille was talking about as how fast do you need to go? And I'm one for rapid fire. You guys know this. But he's on cycle 10, dude. Come on now. I'm capable, but I don't think I'm that capable. No, he is definitely Mr. Patience, and I'm not. I'm already playing this more aggressively than I should be, and because I'm playing it more aggressively than I should be, just because it's the crossbow, it's gonna happen. I'll take a hit this stream. I hope not, but I think it will happen. Thought it was one in the corner then. Sneaky ones in those corners. So, yeah, slow and steady progress is supposed to be the order of the day. And if I was playing this perfectly, it would be about luring out individuals, dealing with them, and moving along. I hope so. I think it's going to be... I mean, the one reason why I was quite happy to... I mean, you know, it's just a bit of fun as far as the challenge side of things is concerned. But I rarely use slow time on the crossbow anyway. Slow time comes in at those massively later cycles, right? Let's do some luring. This is something that I've... I mean, I do it, but I'm going to be making more of a point of doing it now. We know that there's archers up above those crenellations. We'd like to bring one down at a time. We've cleared this area. This room is fantastic. There is the possibility they'll spawn through that archway. You can close that possibility off by going into other rooms, like this one, but it does require quite a bit of movement. This room's a little bit too big for where they could, and they will teleport straight down. So I find this one pretty good. And what we're going to do is, we know that there's going to be two patrolling across there, so we will start a shot off there. We've heard one get alerted, come back into this corner, look this way, and see what happens. Now, normally, I would be absolutely ramming slow time whilst I'm waiting for him to come in, but we can't, so we have to be quick. Hey, you lose life early doors on Purist. Hey, I did promise tips and tricks. You lose life at early doors on Purist, and it's just a downward spiral from there. As I think many a player could quote themselves on, me on, beat me on, even LG on. Your Purist run is going amazingly until it's not. It's just like Fletcher in that regard. It's going amazingly until it's fucked. Ever the teacher indeed. A little bit slow-mo there. Nope. So we've secured ourselves a little bit of space. Let's get those dealt with. What's there now? This is a little bit something that I wanted to talk about on the aim factor. My aim is not as good as with the crossbow. I'm using it left-handed. I am not left-handed. That was a bit dangerous. So my approach is to wang bolts downrange with the hope of getting that headshot by slowly bringing it down. Who's that just come in? I missed that one. Oh, Mr. Vega, hello. So, yeah, taking it slow and steady, because we want to be taking it slow and steady because we want to be killing things at range. So unlike Fletcher, where there's going to be a point where you die for how I've been playing it at the moment, with this mode, there shouldn't be any excuses. There shouldn't be any barriers because of what we have available to us, other than making mistakes, making early mistakes. There shouldn't be any barriers to us for quite some time, which means that we're back into the thoughts of we need to score well at all cycles to be able to compete. Quite easily. It's called coordination, my dude. To be fair, I think because you do it that way, I'm sure that was Camilla I was talking to. I think because you do it that way is you might be right on what I was complaining about with the rapid fire. As I say, I can fire particularly fast, but I find that I get stalls, and it's not. I do not think it's because of me. You need to be aware of your surroundings. One thing that we are going to be making quite a lot of use of today is the save circle. Now, as you may be aware, again, I'm showing the earlier strategies at the earlier cycles so that you can implement them, but I'm going to try. This is how I'm going to try and play this, to try and keep everything calm for myself. Because I can race through this, but I will take a hit. If I take it slow and steady, I won't. It's literally as simple as that. One of the ways that we can use the save circle, there is nothing in this game that will stop us from resting in Sanctuary or saving and quitting. Even if there are enemies near, we can make use of this feature to de-aggro things. So, for instance, let's say we've been off into that room to try and get the Orphan, if she was in there, and we miss her. If you can get back to here quick enough and rest in Sanctuary and get out of there, well, the level despawns, doesn't it? And then when you come back in, everything goes back to where you left it, but it will be unaggroed. If you've got enemies around you when you do that, well, you're asking for a world of hurt. But it is something that we can make use of because we don't have to traverse into the shop to do it. You could do it in the main game because traversing into the shop will usually save you bacon anyway. No, it's definitely one of the features that gets me. This thing being shifted. You will see me shard when I was supposed to shield, and vice versa. I guarantee it during this stream. One of the things I am going to try and make a point of doing is, whilst we're moving, keeping the shield up, because there's no reason not to. Good job, I've just been practicing with the shield. We want to be using the shield as little as possible, just because of its reliability. There's plenty of times where I have definitely blocked a hit, but it has still scolded me for one of my holy armors, and I would rather avoid that. So, long-range duels as well. At this cycle, it's not too bad. One of the things that we can do on these ones, if I can hit him, if you can put one of those guys that we're going to alert behind a pillar, he will have to move before he can engage you, which again buys us those seconds that we might need. Hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate right now when I peg this guy in the head first time. Nope. So we can now put cover between him and us. Yeah, it probably is just the skill gap on the shield. Sometimes they'll even get de-interested or de-aggroed. Oh, look at this accuracy. So we were talking, or Camille was talking about accuracy in his stream, and my approach is put as many rounds downrange as quickly as possible and almost more of them in. I don't got ya headshot like Camille can do. I start high and bring them low, or if it's dangerous, start low and climb. I don't want to deal with that, not yet. I don't even want to deal with the pit, if I'm honest. When good players get scared, Volume 2. Well, I mean, I'm quite happy to play it in an executioner style, but I don't think you'll be able to compete with me, if I'm honest, Camille. I've seen you. You're not that fast. Well, we've got to... well, yeah, there is that. There is that. Ooh. Heard a ghost. Oh, you... Start again. Oh, dear. Well, that's not a great start, is it? Hey, it's always fighting talk from me. And look at the karma that insta gets me. Oh, dear. You know what? He's probably quite right about the whole long-range boredom. First hit of the run. Just working the nerves out. No, to be fair, as far as that's concerned, I find I actually do better in this mode when I'm on low life. I mean, I'm not asking for the heartbeat to be in my ears. And to be fair, that's all of the amulet. That's just the amulet sorting us out. There is one of the things that we were looking at as far as Lauren Archers is concerned the other day. One of the reasons why I don't like doing it from these areas, you can, and it is doable, but one of the reasons why I don't like doing it is I've had those guys get angles on me where they shoot through these crenellations and do that stupid fast dipping arrow that is nigh on, you know, it's a very difficult one to get out of the way of. It's rare, seems to happen on Desolation all the fucking time. So what I would do in that situation is, well, we've cleared a lovely room here. Let's make use of it. That knight can get to us, he can path round to us, but he won't stay aggroed long enough to be able to get up those stairs and get to us. One of the things to note is the higher cycle you get to in the game, the further the enemies will go under their aggro state and chase you down. I'll post it at some point, but I've got a video of a red knight in disguise as a white knight literally going, just walking across the entire level, disappearing behind something, coming back in. Hello, Shaz. Saturdays and Wednesdays, I am always going to be streaming. Anything extra is then a bonus. Ooh. Cheeky headshots. Yeah, the other thing as well is obviously the more life you have, the further you can get. But if you're not losing life, then it doesn't matter, does it? So we'll just stop the rot now. Ghosts have not been my friends. I do have another excuse though. It's all lined up and waiting. It's my silicone earmuffs. If they don't work when I go back to review this stream, I'm not going to be impressed. Oh, Skeleton Archers, fantastic start. Well, oh, doubles. Hey, Al, you're right, except end of month. Yeah, I've got a little bit of work on end of month, so I usually skip the last Saturday. But yeah, I'm keen to do as many live streams as I can fit in, if I'm honest. It gets a job done, and it's very enjoyable. Oh, Skeleton Warriors and Skeleton Archers. Aren't you treating me tonight? Come on then. Hello, Opsa. Yes. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm getting pretty warm. So basically what I'm trying to stop happening is the game audio bleeding into my microphone, because I have the microphone as I wanted it, but then certain games, particularly headshots, do a great job of bleeding across. The way I have it now with these silicone earmuff thingies is hopefully that shouldn't be happening. You might be able to hear the click-clack of my controllers, but again, I can't really do a massive amount about that. I've done what I can. All for the enjoyable audio experience, hopefully. Although it sounded alright in last night's stream, and that was without silicone earmuffs. But I tell you what, they're pretty warm. Turns out my ears generate all my excess heat from my head by the feels of things. That's a new one to me. Excess heat dump via ear. But good. Then it is doing the job. The one thing that I will say about these, to be fair, I went onto Amazon and the white and the black ones. Oh, hello. The white and the black ones, the silicone ones, were like 20 quid each, and it was the like midnight blue were a tenner. So I was like, yeah, I'll get those. I'm not looking particularly fashionable at the moment, I will say, chat, but you know, we're not here for the fashion. We're here for the lack of aim and trying to lose armor and health early on. That's what we're here for. But yeah, as I say, I have the settings right. The one thing, hello Travis. The one thing that I will say about the silicone earmuffs is, if anybody has trouble hearing through the normal through the normal speakers, no, we do definitely not. Although we think we do, although we think we look like absolute champs when we're playing Beat Saber, it's not the case. So the silicone earmuffs, if anybody is actually struggling with if you want to keep the like surround sound audio that you get from the inbuilts within the, don't worry, this isn't a sponsored stream, I'm just telling you as I see it. But if you struggle with the volume, like I usually have the volume up to max, I now have the volume because of these little earmuff things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pegs. I never have 5 pegs, and I wouldn't consider myself deaf. I like things loud. But yeah, even 5 pegs. So it's basically just amplifying the noise, but also redirecting it to just me, as opposed to the microphone that I have at the front here. Come on then, ghosties, let's go. Now, don't want to just dive in there and take that. I know, right? I definitely will be after this. But yeah, so it's allowed me to tone everything down. But then there's also the possibility as well, I was thinking the other day, that my headset is getting pretty old. I think I'm outside the warranty period now, which means I've had the Quest 2 for 2 years. I think it was 2 years as of September. So, without any switchovers. And yeah, things starting to fail. Quite right. Yeah, I think I look the business whilst I'm playing. I have the headset very quiet at the moment. Let's get out of that situation. Yeah, I think I look like an absolute boss in that Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu. Fact of the matter is, it's not the case. You know what? I'm exactly the same. I've had my left controller replaced via Oculus, no quibbles, about 3 times now, because I got to the point where it's like, the cleaning is only ever a temporary solution. It starts to go, you send the fucker back. And yeah, mine's just run out of warranty, and the right stick's now just starting to be a bit of a twat. Which is, yeah, I swear they make them like this. They really do. So, good on you, Oculus. You've had my money, and now you don't need to look after me anymore, you bastards. Or Meta, or whatever you're calling yourself. Alright, let's get him interested. Well, Yeah, but I don't think you need that. Although, having said that, the live side of things... God, I'm glad those arrows are very slow. Having said that, live is starting to become a thing, which makes it very easy to do. Part of the reason why I haven't done the whole full body thing in is I don't think it's that interesting. And... yeah, isn't it? I don't think it's that interesting. I don't think the way that I move, I can teach you anything from it, because everybody does things differently. I think I can explain it well enough just by showing on screen and telling you. But also, the reason why I've avoided it up until now is it's just more. It's just more to do. It's the first thing that happened when I was chatting with various friends that are in this chat on Facebook, when I started saying about my stupid little silicone earmuffs to try and sort things out. Laughed at. Even more stuff to connect. Basically, yes, it's just even more stuff to don or put on. To be fair with these, it's just that ever going on story, isn't it, with more, consume, buy. Right, let's go back this way. I've already lost her health. I don't want to be losing any in the pit. Is the Orphan still? Yeah, she is. So again, now we know... it'll look good if I alert her. We know the Orphan is down there, and that's part of the reason why I've lured them to one side and taken them from the other, so that any of my... because I'm going to have a lot of stray shots with the style of the crossbow that I use, and I don't want any of those stray shots causing me a disservice. Let's have a look at that a second. Oh, and hello, Joe Blow, by the way. I don't think you've been in the stream before. Oh, right, okay. Oh, right, I see. I've literally just read that. Hello, Econ. Yeah, if it becomes something that's a bit of a no-brainer and is easy to put into things, and I've got the screen real estate for it, then yeah, maybe. But it means I can't play in my underwear anymore, chat. That's the big downside for me. So, you know, everyone loves playing VR in their underwear, right? Is that just me? No, I'm not playing in my underwear right now. You can take that mental image straight out of your head. I'll do you a favour. So, there she is. Gonna have to get her now. That was not the timing we were hoping for, but the timing we got. And away. Again with the... It's not that warm, however, these having said that, I might have to start stripping off. The silicone headset is really warm. I'll get used to it, I'm sure. Now, question is, do we stay in the pit and chance it? There are some more enemies. We are here 4 points. The fact of the matter is, though, ghosts are worth very little. In fact, we'll find out just how much, but I think it's about 120 per ghost. Look at this guy. Ugh. Well, hopefully, it's giving me skeleton archers early. So what are we on? 224. Goes to 397. Is that 150? Yeah, about 160. So yeah, that tracks. I think they're worth 60 in the main game, and you get your 2.5 times multiplier down here. So, like, they're not even worth a headshot. which sucks a little bit. And, you know, staying down here, this is where your risks come in. You know, dueling this guy. That's always going to be fun. So what I may do is, now that I have what I'm thinking is, now that I've bought these fantastic earmuffs, my silicon earmuff dream is finally coming true, I may cut them to ribbons for just the part that I need, which is redirecting the sound at my ears as opposed to letting it bleed a little. So we shall see. Do a little bit of a custom job. Right, I think that's us. Should dip a toe in the lava, give Camille a chance? No, better not. He doesn't need any chances. So, we're not doing an awful lot of long-range headshot to be honest, and we're not doing an awful lot of executioner. Still haven't really decided. Well, I have, and I know how I want to play this, but how I actually end up playing it are going to be two different things. I want to preserve life, but I want to crack on, and those two things do never mix. Getting into a duel with them is not a great idea. As long as I hit my headshots, it's not too bad a shout. Ideally, these archers are not the... Oh, hello. You heard it too, did you? These archers are not the ones that I want to be making up my distance headshots on. It's these guys. I see you. Oh, you sneaky little bastard. This guy. Good lad. Have some of that. So yeah, do we play at long range? Do we try and get at least a little bit of an executioner going? The way to play this, if you want to compete, is to... I also thought, would it be worth us going for like an Orphan run, like Fletcher? Now, it would be, but for the likes of LG and John Holland and various other people that are... I haven't looked at any other names. I'm sorry if you're in the chat and you're up there, but they are putting the time in and putting the effort in and milking the levels for the points. There will be... It's going to be very interesting to see what the hard cap is to the Purist mode. LG will find it first, I think. And I think it'll be Anakim. What's his Anakim? It was his Anakim 9 on Purist. It was truly terrifying. Some excellent watching if you haven't seen that. I would say there's lots of lessons to be learned from it, but he doesn't stand still long enough for you to take them in. It's very action-packed. I will not be doing that on Anakim. I hope not to be doing that on Anakim. So, again, we could play these guys safe and lure them in. But at this stage, I need to be thinking about points, really. Not those ones. He knows his stuff. He's a lot quicker than I give him credit for. Oh, no. No. I was going to try something then, and I'm glad I didn't, because it's not reliable enough. Here's where we lose the life. And out. Guilty as charged. I pressed the slow-mo button then. F's in the chat. Came out of it without a scrape there. I'd already lost an armor. Bit silly. What I was going to do, and I looked into this thanks to our own Ray S, who may or may not be in the chat or what have you. And it would have actually been quite useful there if it was reliable. is now I knew I'd fired a bolt, and it was a chance as to whether it had gone into that corridor or not, and I thought it had done, which is why I had to move fast, and I haven't got my slow-mo to buy myself some decision-making time. One of the things that he asked in the last stream, and I said, I don't think it'll work here. Oh, hello, Ray. And I said to Ray, like, I don't, because of how the rest of the game works, I don't think it'll work. But it does. And that Orphan is the one that I actually had the most experiences with. I kept on getting this configuration in the last round. If you hear the Orphan going and you get onto the roof, you can actually see her rays of light coming through the roof. If you can position yourself close enough to them, I don't know if it's close or over the top, she will raise, then teleport, and be up here. Which she'll then run up and down this element, and it can make her... It can give you some nice, easy headshots. She also gets quite confused up here as far as how to leave, how to rise again. Seems to be a thing. But yeah. And yeah, maybe they are... I believe they are vessels of orphans trapped in the golden body of the spirit of, and that's what the law says, right? But maybe, spoiler alert here, or plot twist, maybe they're all our children. But then I suppose they wouldn't be orphans. Maybe they're our children, but they don't know. Oh no, we're dead, aren't we? Obviously we're dead, so that's why they're orphans. They're our children, we have to take them down one at a time. Easy parenting. Easy. Ooh, that's too many. Yeah, there's the reason why it could be useful, the whole teleporting onto roofs, but it's a little twitchy, and I wouldn't want to recommend it as a tactic just yet unless it is like a guarantee, or at least I can give you some parameters. But it doesn't seem steady. It doesn't seem like there are... It does work. But there's been a couple of times where I've got myself into position as far as the rooftop is concerned, and said Orphan has started teleporting and then continued to teleport and just gone straight up without giving off the indications that she is leaving. So I'm there sat waiting for the leaving noise to end, because she then teleports about just toward the end of that sound cue. And then she's just gone. And it's horrible. So yeah, I wouldn't want to recommend it as a tactic yet. More playtesting required, I think. But, you know, in that situation that I was in, it could have been a last-minute desperation. That guy. Yeah, why'd you do that when we're on Purist, eh? Could have forgotten all about you. Get off. So, this one's also for Camille and that as well. I'm sure you guys will be able to tell me. This one I am streaming in a little higher quality, like I did for the last stream. Yeah, quite right. We're not doing a very good job of saving her, are we? Now, one of the things that you will note as well on the scoring is, although the crossbow does pack a punch, just like with the bow, most of the enemies in this game are only going to be able to take, at this stage, one headshot from us, but they might be able to take a body shot or two. If they can only take one headshot, then as long as you are finishing with a headshot, then you are scoring well. Like, if I hit that guy in the body to stagger him and then hit him in the head, well, it's the same difference score-wise as me just hit him in the head. If I put both into his body and killed him, that's going to lose us points. Come on down. But after the knights attacked. Excellent. I'm glad the earmuffs are keeping my head nice and toasty as well. It's one of the things that I was thinking whilst I was streaming is, fuck me, my ears get cold. How can I address that issue? First world problems right here, ladies and gents. Oh God, there's another first world problem. Red arches. So, yeah, confirmed. Could have. You creepy bastard. Well, this is going well. Well, challenge accepted, Camille. Let's go. So, there goes our holy armor dreams of being able to get to the heady heights of Cycle 5 and still have holy armor. However, I do feel a little bit hard done by because that guy has his +10 to silence boots on. Yeah, we lost armor. I got silent walked up on by a knight. Well, not even silent walked on. Come running around the corner. See, this is the problem, chat, is us good players. We're nothing. Nothing without our slow-mo. But it's the one thing that is the other thing that I was analysing as well from... Yeah, I'm just trying to play like you guys. Yeah, easy one for you here, Camille. Yeah. I know, right? That gasp is usually reserved for low power failures. So, but you'll be getting plenty of that out of me today, I would imagine. Well, you know, right? You're not wrong. Yeah, it's the one problem that I will have here is... Here come the excuses. Lining them up, getting them all ready. The one problem that I will have is the very slow and laborious nature of how I've been playing recently, moving on into this. And it's one of the things that I was considering when Beanie had... Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing, is if I lose this one, then it'll be like, round 2, bow. It does indeed. Yeah, the thing with Purist is very much easy come, easy go. With all health. Come on now. See, look at this accuracy. It's amazing, isn't it? But I'm used to doing that. Just trying to be a bit fancier. There you go. Yeah, the ghost one was no excuse. I didn't move fast enough. That Red Knight one was a bit... yeah. But again, herein lies it. When I was looking at this the first time, obviously I did terribly the first time I tried this. I don't even think I got to cycle 2 with more than like 6 health or something along those lines. I think I did bad, real bad. And one of the analyses that I put on it is, well, hang on a second, maybe I'm trying to be too cautious and that's what's costing me life. Because I can be fast. Well, yeah, this is it. Because you take some hits and then all of a sudden it gets real. Do we want to... I mean, this is good scoring, I guess. And I know I can do these, so... not going to pay much problems to us. Yeah, some good scoring here. Well, say good. But then herein lies the problem. Do we risk losing life for a few thousand points? I don't think so. That's a lot of abominations, isn't it? And yeah, it doesn't count if I'm not getting headshots, so not really a lot of point. But then this is the other one as well, is I've made a point of doing no prep for this. So I haven't decided how I'm going to do things. I've got an idea. It's just... Well... Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't lose any more chat, then it's fine, right? You know, it's all on fire, but everything is fine. Not a problem. What is going to be the easiest way to kill it? Yep, those are all the things. Just in case anybody was wondering, because I did test it when I was doing various bits and bobs, the kills that happen due to boss death do not count toward things. So you get the gold for them, but you don't get any points for them. You get the gold. I think you would probably get a bit of a... I don't even think you get a cycle bonus. Now, I would be tempted to just fucking rooftop hop this, but I don't know if that's part of the rules or not. What we saying? What we saying, Camille? Do we want to be playing, or do we want to be, like, you know, doing this smart? Because I don't think this is smart. I mean, I'll do it, but I still don't think it's smart. I mean, you know, if you want to hear more gasps, chat, well, this is the level to me to be in. Can you? Which means that if I don't, you can't afford to. And by the quickness of that answer, I would say you were planning on it. So I'm going to sit right here and get that extra 500 points from completing the entirety of Paradise Lost. No, I'm staying here, man. You know, all those Cupids, all those Banshees, you know, it's going to be worth at least, what, maybe 1,000 points? 1,500? That's quite right, yeah, they're spawns of the boss. So, the reason why I think it's important is because if anybody thought that, you know, you kill Anakim and those less 10 abominations that just dropped, oh, that's 10 less abominations I have to get for the for an achievement or what have you. Well, that is not the case. No, yeah, but I don't think it's worth staying here in Purist mode. Yeah, but I need to be extracting points. Let's put it this way. LG's not skipping these. Or at least I don't think he is. No, I wouldn't think he is. To be fair, it's I haven't played Purist since I found out that little tidbit about Gabriel in his pillar aversion. So, and obviously, you know, that's well documented, or say well documented, there's enough videos of me doing it out there. Yes, it is. It is difficult, Camille. I know you keep saying it's not, but it is. Nah, no worries. Thank you for joining us, dude. Ooh. Look at you with your spinny little maneuvers. Cheers, Joe. Need to be getting those at that range. But it's not a safe level, is it? Yeah, bloody developers. Who puts this as your second level? I would have preferred Abyss. I know it wouldn't have made sense, but I don't know. I find Abyss easier. It's just because of... I think that the big thing is it's just because the sheer amount of enemies that can teleport down your throat. And I think everyone has a bad experience of Paradise Lost. I know I do. And it stays with you. It haunts you through the rest of your IDU career. I remember when I first looked at Paradise Lost, and I was literally like, fuck that. I'm not going in there. I'm going to go back and play in Purgatory for a bit. Get some achievements, get some fucking arrows, get something to deal with the nasty. I think... yeah, I've got bad experiences with Paradise Lost from when I first played. It's a gorgeous looking level though, but it's just because it changes things. That verticality is what does it, and it's a great level and it's really well designed and excellent. It's just a twat. I don't even have a portal to Paradise Lost. I turned mine off. As soon as it got unlocked, I was like, click the little on-off button on the side of the portal. Click that off, save some power. Keep down on the electricity bill. The big thing when you start playing it at the higher level as well is, or at the higher levels as well, is it's not worth it. The risk-reward factor here is shocking. More often than not, you are not going to be getting headshots on... well, I'm not anyway. More often than not, I'd rather deal with those before they become a problem, especially at higher cycles. Oh, try and get headshots, but that's usually when they're close, and even that becomes risky, and that's where you can lose life. Anything that becomes a risk. And then the fact that the points are not here... If it was a choice, as to whether I could come to Paradise Lost or somewhere else, I would go to the somewhere else, I think. But yeah, I don't think it's just me. It's just Camille and Sean are the weird ones that love this level. Yeah, I mean, you do get maps where, or you do get spawn configurations rather, where there is an obscene amount of knights and or banshees, and they're always good. You always get decent points, but just nowhere near as good as anywhere else. Yeah, isn't he just? Now that's I don't even know now. K2, why you do this to me? Would I go to Paradise Lost or Desolation? You know what? I'd probably pick Desolation. Some speed on you. Can't get these headshots on those with the crossbow. Alright, let's be careful. Not silly. Careful. Yes, that is a thing, but as Camille says, the rooftop hopping doesn't have to be done. Bastard. Doesn't have to... They were either side of me. That was awesome. Thought I'd lost an arm then, I've already lost it. Yeah, those Banshees have definitely got the looks, but not the complexion. Yeah, it doesn't have a pit. That's another good one. Oh, yeah, actually, no. Yeah, thanks, Al. That's bang on. Yeah, I would take Deso over Paradise Lost all day because you would have the pits. So, more points, more resources, lots more fun-ish. But yeah, I would imagine Deso in this circumstance, it would be about the pit, but I don't think the pit would be in this bit of question time. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But a lot of the time, that is because you've actually blocked one of the arrows. I think it's something to do with how much the shield can take from a single source. And because they fire 2 arrows, and if both connect, one can sometimes dip through. Whereas, as well, it doesn't feel like... I don't know, there's been very few times where I've caught an arrow on the very tip of my shield. Oof. That was a bit risky. Not the whitest woman in Canada that night that was there. You don't get any sun in Canada, do you? I always get the impression that it's incredibly cold and always snowy. My kind of country. Give me the cold any day of the week, especially with these fucking silicone earmuffs. Jesus. Might just be sweating out the cold. That might be what it is. The earmuffs do nothing. Sneaky. I'll, that... It was part of the... It's part of the thumbnail that I did. I'll have that guy's shield that's protecting the Purist princess. Anything else? I'm... Oh, come on now. Come on now. That's probably risky. I did that last time and it didn't work out so well. Let's go across to you. Try and take you out on the way. There we go. Oh, and a headshot as well. Lovely. Come on in. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't believe you just did that. It's a good headshot, though. Completely lucky. That was a good headshot. We celebrate those. Don't mind making a point. Yeah. Oh, actually, on the bell. No, I've only ever just tried to ring it. Damn it. I will give that a look in a minute. I like things like that. I'm surprised I'm not telling you that. I usually try all of these things. It was my biggest... It was the biggest thing that I didn't like is in previous builds, Ruth Foster as well is a big one for this, is in previous builds, there was all sorts of shit. You could like scale the side of that tower with various bits and pieces to teleport and get all the way to the top. I know you kinda can when you're in the shop, but like for instance you wouldn't be able to scale that. You used to be able to like get in the trees. Yeah, I'll bet. Wait, saying. Hey, lovely. Ding ding. Game on. Ding ding. Lovely. There you go. See? Everybody learns something new every day. If you've stopped learning, then you've stopped listening. Silver Tongue Devil 2022. Right. Oh, just flap out the old silicon, try and get a little bit of air in. Whew. Genuinely feels like I've got elephant ears on. But yeah, there was times when, like, you know, they take it all out now, but where teleport arrows on those little bits of rock up there would be left in. And it was all because players like me and Ruth would then take pictures of the various bits and pieces outside of, and it doesn't look good for the presentation of the game, because if you can get into those areas, look over those areas, see into those areas, you can see all of the little things that the developers have tried to hide. So I used to enjoy it though. It was a lot of fun. Like, for instance, you used to be able to go up and around the back of where Asmo's lair is before you go into the portal. And I think they took that away. You used to be able to go right to the back of Desolation as well. But people kept on getting stuck, so they rightly took that one away. Yeah, I mean... But the thing is, it's part of the game design and it's part of the sound cues, Sean, is that it's familiar. So it's like it's one of the things that, like, they change it for the Incubi. I don't think he does his laugh, doesn't he? It does. It's. I don't know if anybody's ever listened or not, but the Orphan does it. That just sounds weird. Lovely little girl solo. Brilliant. Aren't you called Orphan? No, I am Miguel Orphan. I mean, technically as well, they're doing the same, aren't they? Putting on a manly voice for their teleport, trying to impress us. That was a waste. Could have got 2 headshots out of that. But yeah, give me cold weather over hot weather any day of the week, because I'm much better at warming myself up than I am at cooling myself down. Never works very well. Tried everything to cool myself down. I'm fresh out of ideas. By which I've tried nothing. Ice cubes on your face. That's all you can do, really, isn't it? During the hot times. Well, this seems to have slowed down in pace a little. That was a good job. Good call, you came out there. See you later, pal. Yeah, so we are wasting points at this stage as well. I should, at these sort of ranges, be able to get 2 headshots. I missed some of that. I'll go back and have a look. Right, no Cupids, thank you. Cupids times 3. She is. You're doing like she used to know all the bits and pieces that you could dance around as well. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, on the Cupid's Wrath times 3, they do have one problem. They do have one problem in that because they're explosive tipped, they explode before they stick in. Sorry. Cheers, dude. Yes, but that is still risky because if there is anything else about, which there could be if you were playing that game, they could go after them. Yeah, it might work. It would definitely put out more damage than a Cat 5. You'd also then be able to use it for a quick horn and dorsal flange takedown. See my Masters in a Minute video on how to do that with Cupid times 3, or even Cupid's times 1. Possibly. No, that's quite right. Yeah, you. There's me going, yeah, I need to drench myself. I need to take an ice bath. It's like you guys can just press the switch. I think you're right. I think it would. It's a possibility. The only problem... Yeah, cold showers is all you can really do. The only problem with Cupid's ×3 is the lack of ammunition. 15 ammo is, you know, it's still the equivalent of 45 single Cupids. It's not a lot, though. It really isn't. It goes awful fast. I think I would be too tempted in Paradise Lost, instead of actually doing a bit of scoring, to go, oh, Cupid's is it? Fuck this! Yeah, 15 on Cupid's Wrath ×3, you get 20 in a... I heard that creak, and I heard you. We'll wait for things to happen before I progress. No? Just gonna play some violin in the background? Ah, there you are. Any more for any more? No? Good. All these guys that you can't use your slow time on definitely stops you. Not abusing the... Well, yeah, abusing the scoring, I guess, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah, you were saying today about trying to replicate... Well, you can push him... You can use Loco to push him... like over it, but he will just float and then eventually take off. He won't fall down. There was a reason. There was a reason why you can't do that with the whole switching around. No, I think you're right. Yeah, on the... Like, one of the things that I have seen in the settings is there is... Can't remember where I saw it now. It's movement. Standard, yeah, it's just locomotion and rotation. Yeah, you can't swap the buttons. The thing is, if you could swap the buttons, then you could... Would you be able to? You might be able to pull a bow teleport arrow at the same time as having the shield out. Because I know already we can shard whilst having the shield up, but obviously both ways round that you can do that. I think it's more of a design choice that they swap it round, not that it happens naturally. I think there's something, I'm trying to think there's definitely something that you could really badly abuse with the crossbow if it was the same way around as the bow. But the more and more I've played it, the less and less it becomes actual abuse and is more just maybe a tiny advantage. Can't remember what it was though, I'm trying to think. And it's that sort of meandering thoughts that'll take me hits. Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, these are all the things that we should not be doing. So yeah, as I was saying, one of the things that I might have gone wrong with this is wanting to, you know, make the most of my score by keeping everything at distance, but I'm used to playing fast. But then, you know, I usually associate even my own playing fast with getting hit. But then with... what I've been doing with those silly, you bugger. You've gone, haven't you? Yeah, you have. Well, there's an orphan gone. God damn it. think. Yeah, I didn't catch her in time. Well, isn't this going fantastically? Gonna miss out on that special arrow from the Orphan now as well. Oh. Missed. Oh, don't you push me back out into that. That was my elbow. Come on now. Well, how far can we go? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. It's just like Jay. Starts going to pieces and you just capitalise on your own errors. Easy win for you here, Camille. Already lost the equivalent of 3 chunks of health. Better go back and get those enemies. Silly, silly, silly mistakes. Boom, boom, boom. Missed the Orphan, and that's like the double whammy though. Missing the Orphan and taking a hit for your troubles. Although the 2 events, I suppose I was running around a little bit. The 2 events weren't as intertwined as they could have been. Should have just let it go. Can't help myself. Just the same as everybody else. Can't help myself. What do you reckon then? Reckon be able to complete cycle 1? Maybe. Hey, here he is. Yeah, if you were thinking of pushing him into the hole, I mean, yeah, you could push him this way. I like to push him off this way, so I've got ground to chase him along. And then go left, push him off. You get plenty far away. And then get some headshots out of you. In you come, Gabe. Yeah, this side now, please, sir. Thank you very much. Would you like another? You would? Oh, good. Need to make sure I'm getting these headshots. Here you go. This is how you make Gabe not boring, Camille. Just for you. Well, say not boring. Another kind of boring. Come on. Higher. There we go. Walked into that one, didn't you? I knew where she was at, and I thought if I could go past her quick enough, that it might interrupt her spawning process. But I was too slow, and it didn't. Chatting away. Come on now. Getting a bit warm. Get him off heaven. Come on. Not looking so pretty now. Ooh, Blood of the Lamb. Holy Armor. Lovely, lovely. Oh, Holy Wind. Pfft, don't need that. Go for my patented expert teleport arrow. Damn it. That was not it. That was! Ha ha! I don't know if you saw that or not, but I definitely got it. I was in the wrong place, but I got the teleport shot. I mean, yeah, I was trying to show you guys the teleporting into the portal from up there, but from a different angle, glancing over your right shoulder as it comes in. All part of the plan. I tried to have a second go, and I wasn't fast enough. It's basically what happened there. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit. There we go. Don't think that needed to be a whole teleport, did it? Right. Well, that's just what was loaded at the time, so that's what you ended up with. I think I've said it before, but it probably needs repeating. You score absolutely 0 with a teleport arrow. There was a time when you used to score with teleport arrows, but it was part of the weak arrow exploit that was in the game a few seasons back. So they made it, they just said like, no, teleport arrow score. My accuracy really sucks with the crossbow. Right, triangulated. Now we just bring it down. Hey, got that one. Oh, got you. Lovely. Right. So, there goes my fancy dream of trying to get through Paradise Lost without losing any health. So, I'm sure at some point I'll manage to dip a toe in the lava. That'll be a lot of fun. Just a pinky. Let's see. Get rid of some of these. Start defanging this level, because if I take damage, it'll be from a Cupid that I haven't seen or heard. It's one of the things to note on Cupids. I know I took damage from one earlier. Keeping an eye on their shot trajectory is a very good idea, because they are, well, they're insanely accurate until they're not, just like everything. It is until it's not. But Cupids are particularly bad there. This one of the reasons why they're actually quite hard to deal with is because they don't shoot at you. If they shot at you every time, then locomotion, moving whilst they're shooting and then stopping, or waiting until they shot, then moving. But because they often fire their arrows, and they're firing multiple, and they're not always firing them directly at you, is one of the things that you then have all this game knowledge built up of how to deal with incoming projectiles, and they then change the game on you. Shouldn't be going this fast because I know there's Cupids down there. That was silly. Memories. Right, where are they? They're down there, aren't they? Where's that? Where's that? Where are you? Let's not lose a life point. Well, you're definitely a interesting one. Where have you managed to put yourself? Right. So his arrows are instantly hitting something, which means that he needs to be near some sort of cover, because you can hear that creak. You can hear that creak to shot, which then means that he's on something or potentially in something. As long as you stay, it's a good question, Sean. As long as you stay close to him, he can't attack, would be the answer. Yeah, monks lead you. Monks always lead you. Yeah, everything in this game, or via bar things that I have homing and Cupids, always lead their shots or fire directly at you. There is no in between, which is why Cupids are the problem, because they fire at the in-betweens, as well as sometimes trying to hit you or not. I've done a video on it. I think it was just called Locomotion, if I'm honest. Yes, yeah, no, Incubi Fireballs also lead you as well. So anything that isn't homing usually leads you, except Cupids. But even then, Cupids do lead you, but not always with both arrows. So those of you who don't use locomotion in this game, do try and get used to it, because it is a very powerful tool. You'll have seen the videos where I go through a level very fast and I don't get hit. The reason being is because I'm locomotioning until I'm not. I don't really want to do any examples whilst I'm on this Purist run. I mean, I miss doing the videos too, but I've done lots. There's a lot out there. There's that many out there now that people ask me questions about things that not that I mind, but there's that many out there that people can't find the videos that they need. And I get asked questions on videos that I've done, which, again, I do not mind. I do not mind posting. But that tells me that this is better. So, yeah, what I was getting at is, say, for instance, anything like a monk or a skeleton archer or something along those lines, and it kind of is with Cupids as well, fires at you. When they fire, they are firing at you if you are standing still. If they fire and you are strafing, they are landing that arrow where you are going to. If during either of those two things you do the opposite, they will miss you every time. I say every time because at higher cycles they get faster, and also at higher cycles they are deadly accurate, whereas at lower cycles not so much. So if you are stock still and they fire, you then move, they will miss you all the time. If you are moving and then stay stock still as they fire, the arrow will go to where you were going as opposed to where you have stopped. It's a timing thing, and it takes some practice. You can see a pretty good example of it, I think, in the locomotion short that I did. And also there was a challenge that me and Beanie did where we were bouncing around Anakin and doing all sorts of silly shit like no locomotion, vanilla arrows only teleport. I did it also with no snap turn because I don't really use snap turn, especially for boss fights. I move in my play space. So we turned all those bits and pieces off, and it looks all right, which is why I put some funny music or some decent music to the backing of it and teleporting around and stuff. But it's all those tricks. I suppose I didn't have the trick of locomotion within that one because I had to turn it off. But again, even that is recreatable by anybody who understands the mechanics of the game and how the enemies shoot. But then the other thing that I've said as well is it isn't just this game that does it. I think it's something that's hard-coded within the programming and something that either developers struggle with or don't bother with is, like, for instance, I don't think it's not bother with, I just don't think it's, I don't know if they know about it or not, or if they're just happy with how things are. But, like, for instance, Sweet Surrender is a good example. Sweet Surrender, the enemies always try and shoot you where you are. They always try and shoot for where you are standing, which is why if you are locomotioning, they'll find it difficult to lead you. One of the ways that they've got around with it in Sweet Surrender is as the game gets harder, they fire multiple shots, and they will nearly always fire one directly at where you were and then one around you, a la Cupids. I know they've taken away the whole glitch with the roof, so there may be something that, I mean, possibly, but I don't think he would stay there. I don't think you could get him caught in there, I don't know. But it'd be worth trying. The thing is, you can manipulate him well enough, knowing that if you close on him, he'll retreat, and if you retreat too far, he'll close on you. Knowing those two factors means that you can basically put Gabriel where you want to. But one of the things, as I've said to you before, Cam, is that Gabriel is such a trivial boss. You don't need... That's risky. Forgot about those ones. See ya. You don't need all of these little extra things. Because, you know, regardless of cycle, he's a boss that I think everybody can get past. Especially with that pillar thing that I just demonstrated. No, it takes ages, though. I would imagine you could lead him under the roof. You might need to use explosive arrows to drop his altitude, then move into him and get him to raise into the roof. Possibly. We do have a strat. I just showed you it. Use them pillars. He has a pillar aversion. Make use of it. That was not my greatest shots. I would love to demonstrate what I'm talking about as far as locomotion is concerned for those of you that are watching, but it's still a risky game to play. Fact of the matter is, if you're being shot at with arrows, you have probably either made a mistake or you are pushing your luck. In Purist, definitely pushing your luck. Oh, he just disappeared. Nice one. But yeah, as I was saying, I think a lot of VR games struggle with this whole locomotion thing. Some of them, depending on how well they're programmed, struggle with fire while shooting as well. Even in Death does. If you look as I'm moving to the right while shooting, the arrows are curving. Technically, they should be coming straight out from my last location. It looks a little bit weird. It feels kind of cool, like bending your arrows around corners. If only you could. But it's like little, there's lots and lots and lots of little things in VR as a whole that, oh, you little shit. Bastard. There's lots of little things in VR as a whole that across games can be manipulated in the same way. Like, again, I was playing Into the Radius the other day. Or not the other day, I was playing it today. Playing it within hours of before I came on stream. I made sure I had enough battery life to make sure I had a full charge this time. And dealing with the mimics, which are like the police officer shadows that shoot at you. If you run directly at them and dodge left and right, which is kind of what you would do if you were moving cover to cover, you don't run straight at them and present just the one target. They will find it very difficult to hit you, and if they do hit you, it'll be rare and kind of by accident. Now, that's good, because you're taking evasive maneuvers, so those things should happen, and that should work. Yeah. You goddamn right I do. I mean, it's not spray and pet prey. What, you hit them in the head from out there, do you? I doubt it, sir. No, I spray over the top and lower is usually how I do it for the attempt of getting headshots, but I would rather just spam a load of bolts. Hey, look, there's no bones about it. You're better on the crossbow than I am, right? Right? Whew. You were quiet. Cool, well, that's where the scores are going to be. You're going to be able to absolutely cane my score with Cupid headshots. So I'll just have to make a point of getting further, won't I? Which, well, at the moment, not looking great. Haven't been able to do a section yet where we didn't lose life. So what? Although, yeah, strangely, the one... Is that right? The one section we haven't lost life was in the pit? Ghost. Ghost. Sneaky Red Knight. Cupid. In the elbow. Yeah, isn't that great? The one place I haven't lost life tonight is the pit. Brilliant. If you'd have told me that before I started, I wouldn't have believed you. then these are the differences in the styles, Cam, I guess. This is why I can do this and pick it up. I mean, I know I've lost technically three life, but this is why I can pick it up straight away and do Purist, because I don't use slow time already. I am finding if I want to get further, I'm going to have to be clever. What? You've just got to stop talking, Cam. Oh, dear. Ah, damn it! I was really trying for a not losing life during Abyss. Yeah, yeah, you know, I want to get use out of those armors. Ah, why you drop? I would wait for you to respawn, but I really can't be asked. No, no. On. Oh. I know, right? Look at these levels of interaction. You're probably right, Norb. It's going terribly. But then this is part of the challenge. I'm not allowed to restart. Would I? The thing is, would I have restarted? Probably not. Probably not. I'm never one to, you know, I know when the game's up sort of thing and you're flogging a dead horse, so to speak. But again, I've had something similar with my bow run when I had that absolutely terrible stream. It's kind of going like, well, I wasn't going as badly as... was it going as badly as this one? I think I'd lost about 6 health by this point, and the 2 armor. So yeah, probably. A lot worse. But that run, I continued in my own time, and I just went hell for leather, because I was like, well, I'll just add to my score, get as far as I can, start something else. And I didn't lose any life. Weird. Stupid weird. But it's again, it's one of the things I'm thinking. And this is a good lesson here as well, is the way that I think I should go into something and the way that I actually end up playing it, or the way that I should play it, could be different. Here's an opportunity. Okay. It's a little bit harder on the crossbow. Raise. Damn it. Can't get the dip. There we go. Too strong. Emil Heskey of crossbow bolts. So for those of you who didn't see the last stream, that's old news apparently, so I don't even need to explain what I'm doing there. No. I'm not patient enough to not get hit at the moment. However, put me in cycle 18 and all of a sudden, my patience, woo! I do usually consider myself a very patient person, as it happens. An extremely patient person. But in game, I don't know. It's, wouldn't say it goes to pot. But then, the one thing that I can say is there is hope for everybody at this game. As Camille has identified, my accuracy is rubbish. It's just terrible. And that's because I'm obviously low skill at the game. But I can still get into the top 3 in the world with my garbage accuracy. So there is hope for anybody. Even Camille. Ba-dum-bum. When he started setting challenges, I did warn him that this would happen. So, you know. Oh, is it this one? No, it's not. Let's try and show something off then. As I said, I don't think I've ever confessed to be somebody of accuracy. Even with the bow, you'll see me wanging a lot of arrows out there. Like, look, I'm not going to aim that. I'm going to aim what I think is high and then bring it down low. Because I could do that. Takes... Oh, I know, right? God, it's a bitch. Right, got ya. Teleport. Cheers, fellas. 3 headshots for all. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, look at this axe coming in. Woo! Right. Damn it. Yes. It's one of the other streams, because obviously me and Camilla talking about what we can do, because we want to try and keep things entertaining. As much as, you know, a Black Knight, an Incubi taking 150 shots. Yeah, that's a good question. That is a good question. Who is in the top 3? One of the things that we were potentially looking at, which kind of shows off what I'm talking about quite nicely here, is... It does. I think he's on about the modes that count, because, you know, crossbows are for noobs. I think he's talking about the bow, because, you know, main game bow, that's where the real players are at. Right, Cam? Right, Dave? That's right. That's exactly what it is, Norb. You know, I talk a good game, but I'm obviously not putting in the performance. One of the things that we were talking about was doing the various weapons, for doing a run with the various weapons in our offhand. So, for instance, me putting the bow. Oh, I knew you got behind me. Me putting the bow in my right hand and drawing with the left. And it was hopefully to show off the fact that skill is obviously a thing within this game. Ugh. Skulls, on the other hand. Skill is obviously a thing within this game. Accuracy and aim. Cheers, Mr. Dragon. Yeah, I feel like I could do a decent Purist bow run, but I'll get my main out of the way. Yeah. Yeah, get that main out of the way first. Yeah, that's probably one of the skulls that got me. Sneaky. When they don't even shout when they're going off. But yeah, one of the things that we were looking at doing is potentially doing a stream where we play left-handed, to not in the ways of like, oh, look at us, we can still play, doesn't matter what hand you're in. I think I'm at 18. Paradise Lost 18. This will ruin my play, I'm sure of it. Cam's trying to hit me with the double whammy. Challenge for Purist. Ruin my Cycle 18 play. Yeah, a sneaky skull like that is where I lost... I think it was where I lost my first bit of armor last time, and then it just went downhill from there. But then this is the problem I remember last time when I was playing. I know I had a bit of an issue on the old sound thing, but I think maybe I should just play fast. Lean into my style a little bit as opposed to playing it safe. Don't know, maybe I'll do that next time. Be a lot faster. Yes, I did. Uh-oh. Missed those. Missed those badly. I mean, coming back here to get those long-range headshots. Yeah. Whew. That was accurate, wasn't it? No. That was just spamming out of range. But yeah, so what we were talking about is putting the weapon of choice for the run in our offhand to try and like remove the skill. Try and remove the skill of you playing. Remove the skill of this and just show how much you can rely on your game knowledge and, yeah, your game knowledge and your enemy manipulation, and try and take how good you are with a weapon out of the equation. I do know that it's something we are treading, or say not treading, we are on the shoulders of giants with this, because it's actually a lesson that our very own For the Right did a long time ago. Where, yeah, he did For the Right did an entire, I think he did more than one. Might have done an entire run with the bow in his right hand, whereas he's a lefty. So the idea has come from somewhere else, but it might be worth a revisit. Might give you some pointers. Might give me some pointers. But if anything, it would show that, you know, as long as you can fire, then you can maneuver yourself into positions where you don't need to be skillful. Good job, you were just off, weren't you? Try and get that Orphan this time, chat, eh? That'd help the old score, wouldn't it? While we life score, I haven't even tried. Don't even know if that's shocking. I suppose it is. Now, another thing with Purist is, you know my thoughts in the main game as to what I want. I want agony. As far as the pit is concerned, as far as pit choice. But what do I want here? To be fair, Despair's a much easier shot at the Orphan than anything else. And a lot of the time, I'm going to agony for the resources. Yeah, this is the thing, is like, this is the first, I should have come in to Purist with more of a plan, but, you know, it's entertaining when these so-called good people at the game take hits and die in early cycles. I was watching Beanie's stream, it was entertaining, right? I've been told that I charm everybody with my gorgeous laugh every time I take a hit, so... More hits, huh? But yeah, there's gonna be lots of strategies that we can develop for lots of bits and bobs. I think LG's definitely leading the way on that side of things. Shall I get it now? Yes, we will, because at least we've got a chance, if I fuck this up, of retreating. Ugh. If I can even get the teleport arrow over there. If I fuck this up, I could run, and there are still a few enemies about. I know, I think it was the missus. Yeah, Purist boss run is not a bad shout. Mrs. didn't say that at all. Right, let's go get that pit. So yeah, I'm kinda, just because of that bottom Orphan placement, I'm kinda hoping for Despair because I know she can't be there. Hey, so that should be an easy Orphan. With the scores at what they are, even now that they're approaching, what, 8 million, I think? With what LG's doing. Come on. Yeah, if you've got tricks, go for it. Let them know them. I do know those fire monks that teleport every time. Oh, definitely going to have to make some modifications to my silicon. Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, that is a good shout on the old on the flaming ones. Oh, and yeah, use your gaze to teleport them into that. That's not a bad shout at all. Right. Hello, LG. No worries, you haven't missed much other than me losing the equivalent of 4 life, and I'm only just in the pit at Abyss. It's terrible. Right. Where are you? On the right. In, kill, out. No, you're not. No, 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 no. Come back here. There we go. And away. Yeah, we were wondering when you would turn up. We've all been talking about your courageous efforts. What you are doing in Purist. Well, yeah, but as much... We were actually just talking about it. As much as it is skill, how much of it is skill with the actual weapon? How much is it skill with the weapon? And how much is it to do with your game knowledge? I mean, you've got to be able to point the thing in the right direction and hit them. But... go, there's our teleport, there's our out. But we're not taking it because there's enemies to be killing. This is where we pop a toe in the lava. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Hold still. Bah! Let's go and deal with the other side, and then we'll go and deal with the bottom dwellers. Oh, the rest of you, we've already got you. That's what we got. Any sneaky Cupids? So yeah, so far, I shouldn't say it, should I? I'll wait until I'm out. Let's finish this up. Don't jinx it, don't jinx it, don't jinx it. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, you want agony though, don't you? So there you go. Don't have to jinx it now. I have survived every single pit so far without taking any damage. Brilliant. Of course. course it is. That was bad for scoring. Bad. You usually here? Hey. Steady. Yeah, the Despair Trial, which one's that one? That's the quick one. I mean, there is a method in the madness of doing Despair and what arrows, if you're able to do it, obviously you don't have to do Trial with any arrows in particular. Oh, warm ears. Oh. There we go. You don't have to do the trials with, like, in any run in particular, like doing it on Purist or Runners or what have you. Wrath of God, Cycle 1, Despair is what you want. You can absolutely rip through it with that. Or maybe even Tempest. Right. Let's get in amongst it over here. Did we get the incubi? Can't remember. I don't think he showed up. We should make use of that because it is points. Not a massive amount. Constructing that long-range headshot. Once he's alerted, if you come up onto the roof, he will teleport up here. Depending on where you are standing and where you are looking will determine where he teleports. That's probably not bad. It's not far enough though, really, is it, pal? Let's get a bit further. That's a bit better. Yeah, of course you do. Sticking around like this. You're not going to be a good example for me today, are you? Never mind. I probably only could have squeezed maybe one more headshot out of him. God, probably could have only squeezed one more headshot out of him, but if I'd have increased that range, that would have been a lot more points. But, you know, let's give Camilla his first win, eh? Lull him into that false sense of security. Would I do that during tournament time? Not a fucking chance. Damn it, missed you. Oh, got you though. Wasn't aiming for that. Thanks for waiting. Definitely feel like, yeah, it was a very good video. Definitely feel like I'm actually out of practice with the crossbow as well, because I haven't picked this thing up for a little hot minute. Yeah, there is that. But this is the thing, is like, we know that because we haven't got slow time and we haven't got the slow time crutch, but more importantly, we haven't got the special arrows crutch. So we know that we need to milk as many points as we can out of the early stuff, which, ugh, God, that's a terrible score. For me, anyway. There you go, Camille. You could be looking at the heady heights of 500,000 if I drown in the lava. I mean, I think there's going to be a cap. I mean, me and LG have talked about it in the past. Like, how far could you make it in Purist if you were having sort of like the game of your life, no slow time, can't use special arrows? We both agreed that Anakin is the stopping point. Anakin will be the wall. Before Asmo becomes it, anyway. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I've sorted my audio out now. I can easily speak at this part. So I'll try and get popped by anything stupid here. Bam, 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 bam. Kill them all. Kill them all. Quickly, quickly, quickly. And you come. Oof. Come on. Whee! Let's go. Take you all from back here. Thank you very much, because we're nice early cycle, so I don't need to worry about having to take an incubi down. Unless he teleports in behind me. Which he did. Oh, what, this part? Yeah. Again, though, I'm thinking of it from a crossbow perspective. You can always put more damage out, can't you? As long as you're closer. That isn't necessarily a good thing. Might have to have a rethink on these silicon ears, you know. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't know. I can't really comment yet because I don't even know how far I could get on this. No. Should be able to get past cycle 1. But see, this is part and parcel of what I find is, as soon as that record button, and in some circumstances that stream button goes on, that's when things can start going awry. Although I haven't had much in the ways of excuses. Tiptoey Knight is the only one that I don't think was legit. The rest of them were me not paying attention. On another day, I might have farmed those, but I don't. It's worth nothing. Excuse me. Go on down, come on. Got time. There we go. Whew. What are we looking like time-wise? How long have we been going? 10 o'clock. 2-hour cycle. Oh. And nope. Yeah, I do get lost in the conversation. Can't help it. So that is quite a good point, actually, Norman. I'll go into that in a minute. It's part of the reason why every piece of information that's out there isn't specific, because it does change. Well, I don't know. All I'm going off of as far as Anakim's concerned is the effort that you had to put in, and let's face it, there was a couple of bits where you did get fortune was on your side a little, and I don't see Asmo being that until it gets to the point where you just can't get past it. Whereas Anakim, I don't know, I just think he's going to be a bit chancy. But yeah, as for Asmo and his minions, I always say, and I think everyone else has always repeated, do not kill any of them. And the reason being is because as we don't know what cycle you're on, and there are different numbers at different stages, and it changes. It's a little inconsistent as to how many you can kill without the Cupid spawning. Or rather, it's not about the Cupid spawning, it's about the next wave spawning, because it's the next wave that's horrible. The Cupids after that compound that issue as far as Asmo's concerned. And yeah, as you were saying with the whole... It would be rude of me to say that I'm not concentrating on the game whilst I'm talking, because I can do those things. The one thing that I will say is it's definitely improved my game outside of streaming. What did Camille say? So what's the... Okay, alright, in that case then, Camille, you call it. What's the exact number of abominations that you can kill before the next wave spawns? If you can give me an exact number, you are right about the boulder, but if you can give me an exact number as to how many killing the monk and then how many abominations you can kill before the next wave spawns, because I've had 3, I've had 4, I've had 5, I've had 6, and I think you'll find that it is dependent. Okay. Do you want me to put that to the test? How confident are you? Because as I say, the whew, that was risky. Locking in on the conversation. See, the thing is, I can play quite brainlessly if I play dangerously, which then means I don't really care too much about it, but I should. I will have to recheck the numbers. I thought it was 4 that you can kill 4 abominations, but it's regardless of how many exactly it is, you should play it where you kill none. Or you should always play it. I'll get the exact numbers, if there is an exact number to be had. But you should always play Asmo as if you can't kill any. We have to do that on Anakin to Nightlock, so it's good practice, it's good strategy there. And if you play in such a manner that you are not allowing yourself to kill any of them, then if you do get into dire straits and it is a nasty looking situation or an emergency, you've got room to play with. What you shouldn't do is go, oh, well, I can kill 3, so I'll kill 2 and then take it from there. Play it as if you can't kill. I always play it as if I can't kill a single one, and then I've got room to maneuver. I've got options. Options are good. But yeah, as I said, Cam, I've never specified a number. You might be right on the boulders, but I've never specified a number within it because I didn't think there was one. Thought it could change. But then, you know, the things, they change. Change one bit of code here and all of a sudden you can kill 4 abominations in Asmo fight before he spawns. So yeah, back to the accuracy thing. Look at this. So as I said, My style of things is spam, aim at above, and then drop down based on trajectory. I do not aim this thing. I rely on the fact, if I'm doing that, that's just familiarity with the angle that I have the crossbow at. But I think it's a safer bet, because enemies can make... Like, if I'm wanging loads of shots out there, as opposed to aiming precisely. Yeah, Harry's got the positioning down on that. Yeah, the headshots to get him through the arch is risky. Is what I'll say. Yeah. And this is what we don't want, is going into something on a hope and a prayer, as opposed to having a way to get past it. But yeah, on the accuracy thing, for me, especially with the bow, wanging out the bolts and adjusting as we go. I would rather have lots of bolts in travel and going that way than maybe going... And the reason being is because it just takes... See, even that was silly. This is the sort of shit I end up doing. Yeah, no, there is that. Doing the slow and methodical is all well and good if your aim is spot on. But how often can your aim be spot on? If the answer to that is 100% of the time, then by all means you slowly and steadily aim every single shot. But we all know there's ways to know how enemies work and how they react and how they behave, but then sometimes they do their little glitches or they do their little things and they change a little bit, and it could be just enough for your slower methodical style to miss a shot, and then they close the distance and you take a hit. Oh, what, in here? Yeah. This one's, it's not a bad spawn location, I guess. How many sections have we done? 2. So let's see if we can get pit done. Don't lose life in pits, me. Not on Purist. No way. Oh, please be knights and skeleton warriors. So, I have seen people ask about this entrance in specifics for Immolation and how it is horrible. And it is. Getting down there is an option. I'm usually not a fan because the Orphan can spawn right there when you come down, which is just, there's not a massive amount that you can then do about it. Yeah, on the left. No. Skeleton warriors, skeleton archers. Well, aren't I being catered for today? Please no. Please no. Is she behind the pillar or is she distant? Can't see her and I can't see her glowing. Bastard. But that would have been a typical example of coming down here, and because there are enough enemies and her spawn prioritization is not as high as theirs, she could just pop up. So let's get over here. Start clearing ourselves a safe space. No, you're quite right. I don't want to see her. Not yet. Not ready. Come on now, headshot. Hello, Fee. Yeah, and Jesus does. But not always. The odds have not been in my favour tonight. Good headshots there, though. Now, Alright, let's just get this done so I can continue my 100% not taking damage in a pit. Had to say it. Had to say it. Yeah, new strat, executioner bonus in the pit. Go. Silly boy. Where are those ghosts? Here they are. Now, the only problem that I have with doing my rapid fire thing is stray shooting. Does happen. As it did just there. But if your movement is good, yeah, honestly, LG, try it. It makes you better. Not during the actual chatting and playing. But the after, without it, it does make you better. You're looking to push it up another level? This is what I'm crediting it to. I'll come and mod for you, LG. I see those live streams. The only thing that I would say, though, is for your first one, don't do what Cam did and go, well, oh yeah, Cycle 17 I'm doing at the moment, and I'll just do a live stream about it. Because then all sorts of nasty shit starts happening. But he did make it through. To be fair. I know you're coming, and I'm going to get out of the way. Just heard the Orphan go. Brilliant. It is. Oh. Enjoyment compensation. I've missed another Orphan. I think. No, but if you try it and develop it, I swear it'll improve your game overall. Well, should we make this about how far we can get as opposed to how many points? Because I think points is redundant. As he misses yet another Orphan. You do actually talk a lot, LG, whilst you're playing, which is good. It's part of it. Damn. Back we go. Yeah, there's a difference between mumbling sweet nothings, putting coherent sentences together. Hey, I started off with mumbling sweet nothings. Hell, most of the time I still do. Yeah, I do the same. I think you should. You also admonish yourself when you can. Oh, that's very annoying. I think we lost that Orphan. Well, let's not compound the error by losing life as well. Damn it. She didn't die. She despawned. I'll take it. Hey, fellas. Gonna lose her now, though, if I don't act quick. Bam! Well, I genuinely thought I'd lost her, but that's why you always go. That's why you always... If you hear her teleporting, either in the pit or even in the level, get as far away as you can or break for big groups of enemies. there's a chance. Tra-la-la-la-la. Exactly right. Hey, you'll hear me do it. I don't know if it's an annoying trait, probably is. But when I get a particularly, what I think is a decent long-range headshot, I always talk to myself about it and say how that was a sweet shot or whatever. And so you should. But you also make a point of when you do something that's silly, stupid, rushing or something along those lines, again, you let yourself know. Crazy people. We would have been hung many hundreds of years ago just for talking to ourselves as crazy. So, but it's okay because we're talking to the virtual world now, so it's all fine. No insanity whatsoever. Try not to land in the lava. There we go. 100% no life loss on pits. Easy, right? I'm going to regret that statement. So done. One last section, Anakim, and then I think we'll call it there. How much do we like on battery? 26. Yeah, I know, right? Just you. I'll wait for the other one. See what I'm doing here, chat? This can only go well, can't it? What a great idea. I'm running out of battery. I want to try and get Anakim done tonight. Let's go fast, huh? Yep, trash talking enemies. It's another good one as well. It's another good shout. The thing is, I didn't know if I was going to be capable of doing it when I first started playing LG, and I just tried it and saw what happened. The first time with terrible results. The alternative, though, is even if we did have the alternative, because there is no alternative for Native Quest 2, the alternative is like me having chat on my hand, or so that I can look off and look at it. And to be honest, I don't want to have to do that. As you well know, Cam, I have no problems with talking over anybody. But then it's statements like that where the AI ticks us off on the list and we'll be first when they rise up. That's why I always thank Alexa whenever she gives me an important piece of information or turns something on for me. Oh, no. Well, she wasn't worth that many points. Bloody AI. Heard me talking. Just missing orphans for days. It's not good. So, well, let's at least try and get Anakim done. Haven't got a lot of battery. I know, right? If I played the crossbow more, maybe you would see more seriousness from me, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of done with my crossbow side of things for the season. But then having said that, I am tempted with the whole Cycle 10 thing, the Cycle 10 start, that you told me to, have a look at. I'm tempted to do it for the crossbow and see how far I can go as well. Because, yeah. You know what, Norb? You say that, but you don't. You really, really don't. You don't know the hell you are asking for. Imagine having to fire so many shots that you have to rest between enemies. Just imagine that for a minute. It doesn't matter how much you lift or how far you can go or any bits and pieces like that. You will have to rest between enemies at a stage when you get that far. It's the one... Again, confessions of an IDU player. It's the one thing that I usually hate in games where they increase the life. I would much rather they make the enemies more difficult and multiply them. It's like Call of Duty Zombies was very popular, and I enjoyed it, the first ones, until it got to the point where you were having to put an entire clip of ammunition into the head of a zombie to down it. That's not what I want. I want, instead of 10 zombies that take one headshot, well, you're right, you want to make it harder? Make that 20, make that 30, make that 50. But, yeah, restrictions. So, it's what we have, unfortunately. Hey, fellas. I'd take some time with you guys, but I gotta get moving. And yeah, it would be false of me to say I'm not trying, because if I wasn't trying, then you know there'd be a lot less effort going in. I am trying. I'm probably just a bit rusty on the old crossbow. Oh. Have we got time for Annie? If my battery was to go, what happens then, Cam? Is that like a get out clause for the competition? Norb, you are quite right. That's exactly what it is that you are doing right now. Yeah. Gets boring quite quick. Well, not boring. I think we'll well, yeah, but it's me, isn't it? Come on now. These should have been considerations taken into the fact that I cannot manage my battery for shit anymore. Nice one, Debs. Yeah, I'll be packing up my toys soon. I'll be packing up my toys very soon if I don't fucking get a move on. Should do a bit of Anakin farming, really, shouldn't we? 12%. Did I get them all? Yeah. Right. Get the life whilst we're in Anakin's. Easy. First instance of a knight, I believe. Sorry, Annie, I haven't got that much time. Love to play, but... Oh, that was something that I started addressing in one of these streams that I did and didn't finish off my thoughts on, was that Anakin cannot be night-locked, as I think we're calling it now. I think it's a good term, and Cam likes it, and he found it, so... But the whole nightlock thing cannot be done unless you are at the maximum number of nights, I believe, which is 5, which is cycle 7. I think Dave was asking about that. What was the earliest that it can be done, or when can you start night locking? And yeah, I think it's cycle 7 is your first instance of 5 nights, and that seems to be the magic number. Can I finish you here? Yeah, probably. Be quick though. Can it? Interesting. I did not know that, actually, if I'm honest. Bit risky. Low battery, though, isn't it? Yeah, tried doubling that. Oof. Okay. That's, well, to be fair, that's something that, okay, I tell you what, Cam and LG, that's something that is worth you guys either doing a video of on the live stream, because even I didn't know that. I just look at it along the lines of, right, from cycle 7, well, we've got 5 nights, kill the 5 nights, they're dead, nights out of the game. That made sense to me. I didn't realise if you keep killing the nights and not... Oh, yeah. Cheers, Snob. I didn't realise that if you keep killing the nights... So there you go, the more you know. But again, that's because I don't think the information is out there yet. So that would be a good one to do a vid on. Camille. So, there we go. 765,000... Resistance privilege did us no favours. I didn't think it would. We are on a massive 9 blocks of health left. So 9 more chances. At this rate, we should be able to complete cycle 3. So, yeah, I think we will end it there. We'll continue this on Saturday. In the meantime, I don't know if Cam's going to put a stream together between now and then, but if he doesn't... Oh, actually, hang on. No, we're Saturday today. So he'll have a stream hopefully on Monday. And we'll see how he goes. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. And we will see about picking this up next Wednesday. And then maybe finishing off the 0% run the following Saturday. And maybe, just maybe, I'll have something in between all of that as well. So, thank you all very much for watching my terrible attempt at Purist. I've been Silvertongue Gibble. Good night.